Imagine a world that is almost exactly the same size as Earth, but orbits a different star in a different constellation. A world that is so close to its star that it completes 1 year in just 2 days. A world that may or may not have an atmosphere, but it definitely rocky and hot. This is not a science fiction scenario, but a reality that has been confirmed by NASA's James Webb Space Telescope for the first time. This world is called LHS 475b, and it is one of the many fascinating exoplanets that Webb will explore in the coming year. Welcome to Luminary Cosmos. Today, we are going to talk about a very special planet, LHS 475b, the first exoplanet confirmed by NASA's James Webb Space Telescope. This planet is almost exactly the same size as Earth, but it orbits a very different star and has a very different climate. In this episode, we will cover everything you need to know about this fascinating world, from its discovery to its atmosphere to its potential habitability. So sit back, relax, watch this video till the end and enjoy this journey. Also, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Let's begin. Discovery of LHS 475b. LHS 475b was discovered by NASA's Transiting Exoplanet Survey satellite, Tess, which launched in 2018 and has been scanning the sky for planets that pass in front of their stars, causing a slight dip in the brightness. Tess detected a possible planet around a red star called LHS 475, located about 41 light-years away from us in the constellation of Tess. However, Tess could not confirm the planet's existence or determine its size and mass. That's where the James Webb Space Telescope came in. JWST is the most powerful and advanced space telescope ever built, capable of observing the universe in infrared light and studying the atmosphere of distant planets. JWST launched on December 25, 2021 and reached its final orbit at point about 1.5 million kilometers from Earth, where it is shielded from sun's heat and light by a giant sun shield. After a series of tests and cooperations, JWST began its science operation on July 13, 2022. One of the JWST's main goals is to observe some 70 exoplanets in its first year of science, with the aim of studying their atmosphere and searching for signs of life. Among these targets was LHS 475b, which was observed by JWST's Near-Infrared Spectrograph (NIR-SPEC) on August 31st and September 2, 2022. NIR-SPEC captured the planet easily and clearly with only 2 transit observations, confirming its existence and measuring its size. There is no question that the planet is there. Webb's pristine data validate it, said Jacob Lustig, one of the researchers who led the study. The fact that it is also a small, rocky planet is impressive for the observatory, added Kevin Stevenson, another researcher who led the study. LHS 475b is formally classified as an Earth-sized terrestrial planet, meaning it has a solid surface and is roughly similar in size to our own planet. In fact, it is almost exactly the same size as Earth, clocking in at 99% of Earth's diameter. However, that's where the similarities end. Atmosphere of LHS 475b. LHS 475b orbits very close to its star, completing a full orbit in just 2 Earth days. This means that it receives about 400 times more radiation from its star than Earth does from the Sun. The planet's star is a type of red dwarf known as an M dwarf, which are very common in our galaxy and often host rocky planets. However, M dwarfs are also very active and can emit powerful flares that can strip away the atmospheres of nearby planets. The researchers attempted to assess what is in LHS 475b's atmosphere by analyzing its transmission spectrum. This is a technique that involves observing how straight light filters through the planet's atmosphere as it passes in front of its star, revealing clues about its composition and temperature. JWST is uniquely capable of performing this technique from Earth-sized planets, thanks to its sensitivity and resolution. However, the transmission spectrum of LHS 475b showed no detectable features or signatures of any element or molecule. This could mean one of two things. Either the planet has no atmosphere at all, or it has an atmosphere that is too thick or cloudy to see through. "The observatory's data are beautiful," said Aaron Mann, another researcher who participated in the study, "but they don't tell us much about what is going on with this planet." The researchers plan to observe LHS 475b again with JWST in the future, using different instruments and wavelengths, try to get more information about its atmosphere. They also hope to measure its mass by using another technique called radial velocity, which involves measuring how a planet tugs on its star as it orbits, causing a slight shift in the star's spectrum. Knowing the planet's mass and size would allow them to calculate its density and infer its internal structure. Habitability of LHS 475b. LHS 475b is one of the nearest Earth-sized planets known so far, making it an ideal target for further observations by JWST and other telescopes. The researchers hope to learn more about the planet's atmosphere, composition, and potential habitability in future studies. However, based on what we know so far, LHS 475b is unlikely to be habitable, at least by Earth's standards. The planet is much hotter than Earth, with a surface temperature of about 500 Celsius. It also receives a lot of radiation from its star, which could make it hostile to life as we know it. Moreover, the planet is probably tidally locked, meaning it always shows the same face to its star, creating a permanent day side and permanent night side. This could result in extreme temperature differences and strong winds across the planet. Nevertheless, LHS 475b is an exciting discovery that showcases the power and potential of JWST. The telescope will be able to probe the atmosphere of planets ranging from gas giants to super-Earths to Earth-like worlds, looking for water, carbon dioxide, methane, ozone, and other molecules that could indicate life or habitability. JWST will also be able to study planets around different types of stars, including sun-like stars and cooler stars, that are more likely to host habitable planets. Webb is bringing us closer and closer to a new understanding of Earth-like worlds outside our solar system, and the mission is only just getting started, said Mark Clampin, Astrophysics Division Director at NASA headquarters in Washington. LHS 475b is the first exoplanet confirmed by JWST, but it certainly won't be the last. The telescope has already observed several other exoplanets, including some that have never been seen before. In fact, JWST has recently captured its first direct image of a so-called super Jupiter exoplanet, HIB 65426b, which is around 7 Jupiter masses and orbits a star around 400 light-years from Earth. The telescope has also detected traces of water in the atmosphere of an ultra-hot gas giant called JWST 121b. JWST is expected to revolutionize our knowledge of exoplanets and their diversity. The telescope will open a new window into the universe and reveal secrets that have been hidden from us for billions of years. Who knows what wonders await us in the vastness of space. That's all for this episode of Luminary Cosmos. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and stay tuned for more exciting discoveries from the final frontier. Until next time, keep looking up.